Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Nerd Radio Show. As always, I'm Dan, and today we're gonna open up a bunch of stuff.
Come geek out with us on the Rock Nerd Radio Show.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you heard me say just a couple seconds ago, we're opening stuff today because Hasbro Pulse, which I had a lot of items pre-ordered on, decided just to send everything, my way in the past couple days, and I haven't done like an unboxing video in quite some time, so I'm gonna open some stuff up. Some stuff wasn't supposed to ship till like September or October, and it's here now. It's August. Recording this is on August 5th. Yeah, I'm just gonna open things, share some thoughts, and we're gonna start with some Transformers. And the first Transformer that I have is this Legacy Evolution 2-pack with Dion and Ariel. This is from the War Dawn episode. It should pair nicely with that Birth of a Hero set from last year's PulseCon, was it? With Optimus or Orion Pax and Alpha Trion. These are, of course, the other people featured in that episode. Ariel becomes Elita 1, and Dion is dead. So here we go. Here they are. They are just strung up to some cardboard here, and I'll clip them free and share a couple of thoughts. Because that's what we do here, right? Okay, with them out of the package, we'll look at Ariel first, and she's this. It's this Prime RC mold. I never bought the Prime RC, but I do have Flame War, and I have G2 Laser Cycle, and I have the other G2 one, who's also this mold. I think the biggest difference here is that she's got a cool little ponytail. Look at that. But yeah, like I'm not my favorite mold, but hey, whatever, she'll do fine. This whole motorcycle piece can come off if you do it right. So like you can just, does it not yank off of this one? All the other ones they come off. Probably just not doing it correctly. I don't know if this one comes off. So I will play with it later, attempt to maybe pull it off. But I'm thinking that on display she might not have the backpack. She does have a weapon. It's easy to tell which one is hers because it has a pink handle. So you can give her this pink little gun that she most definitely did not use in that episode, because otherwise maybe she would not have been killed by the Decepticons. But here we go. She's got a little blaster. She can go pew pew. I like that it isn't that like weird star like shield thing, ninja star thing that all the other ones come with. A blaster works for her. So neat little figure. Probably not one of like my top for the year, but I wanted this set because I like stuff from the original animated series that we never had before. And that brings us to Dion, who this is like the fourth reuse of this mold because we had 2 cups on it. We had the Orion packs, and now we have Dion. He does have some additional accessories that I guess can kind of beef him up. There are these things that I guess you could sling under his arms, maybe, or I've been seeing the pictures like kind of sticking them on his back, so you can change his silhouette a little bit. He'll have these things on his back, so he kind of looks a little like more imposing, taller. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but of course he does come with all of Cup's other accessories. And the thing that I find hysterical with this is he does, whoa, that arm super loose, but he does come with that blaster that Cup has, and he still comes with the Energon goodie thing. Looks like a little juice box. I love how they are such a slave to reusing things on this mold that everyone comes with this Energon box, because it kind of does look like a little juice box for Dion here, you know, or a microphone, something. I don't know if the desired effect is there, but I have been seeing people online complaining that his joints fall off way too easy, and yeah, I'm barely pulling these. So I know you can put some like floor polish on, and that might kind of tighten things up, because I'm not necessarily looking to have him dismembered all the time, because his legs are actually tight. I'm pulling at his leg and twisting at it to get that off. So that is good. His legs are on tight. Both of them, that applies to. The arms a little looser, but you know, looks different enough where if you're standing next to Orion Pax on the shelf, you'll see similarities, but it won't look like the complete same robot, which is kind of neat. So boom, that's the first one. Second Transformers thing that I got, and I'm not transforming them on camera. The second one, this came today, the Studio Series 86 Brawn, and I thought he had like an October ship date, so I was super surprised when I got charged for him the other day, and then he shipped. Hasbro Pulse, great with those release dates. I gotta tell you, you know, and I shouldn't complain. I do like that I am getting things. New stuff is always fun. Of course, as all Studio Series do, he comes with the backdrop, this being the shuttle that the Decepticons blasted into, and Brawn promptly died in. And we have a lot of death to talk about today, but you know, I'm gonna crack open Brawn real quick. I'll snip him from his plastic prison. One thing that I'll say I hate, you know, Brawn here had his gun just kind of shoved in the packaging, and I almost threw this out a second ago. While Dion and Ariel had the like the big white Chinese food bag, or you know, what do you call it? The like the wonton stuff. And yeah, like Hasbro needs to be more consistent on what they're putting their weapons in, because I'm finding myself almost throwing out a lot of accessories in both Transformers and Marvel Legends. But Brawn looks fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted Brawn to be. A nice, stumpy, bit of an upgrade to the traditional mini-bot. There might be a Which Is Better Brawn edition coming in the future on my channel, because I do have the Titans Return one, and now I have this one. But we'll take a look when we get there. This looks great. I really like it. Blaster's fine. Looking forward to transforming him. I'll play with that later on off camera. Let's get to the last Transformer item that I have. And this is the one I was talking about. We're going to be talking about death. It's Dead Prowl and Dead Ironhide. But I know some people thought this was an unnecessary repaint. Some people were pissed because they couldn't get Earthrise Prowl. I have Earthrise Prowl. He's good. He's good. But I also have Studio Series Ironhide. Is this a cheap way to get a repaint out, or a kind of crummy way to get re-release a character? Yeah, I'll say it. Yeah, I think it is. But it is a buzzworthy thing, so it is. You can find it at Target. I got mine on Hasbro Pulse because they do have limited supplies. And what I was just saying about the weapons, these guys have them in the bags, so I know they're there. But I'll free them. We'll take a quick look. All right, so we do have Prowl. Prowl's first, and here he is. He is shot up there. So you know, you have Prowl, Dead Prowl. His two accessories, because there are two. It is a gun and the little siren. I will say his accessory bag was under Ironhide, and Ironhide's accessory bag was under Prowl. That was a weird choice. But here's Prowl. Oh, shot up, and you know, never such heroic nonsense. Blow his head off. It would have been funny if like he came with a detachable head. I can't detach this, but in the best bit of heartless Transformer accessories ever, this pack comes with a bunch of blast effects. And yeah, of course you can put blast effects on your guns, but in Ironhide's case, you can stick it right in his chest. Oh no! Oh, Ironhide's just been shot. Look at that. That's just, you know, that's terrible. It's sad. It is fantastic. He's proud. He's got a little post on his chest, so you can just stick the blast effect there. Oh no, Prowl's been shot too. I wish his head had the orange glow like in the movie when he got shot and his insides melted. But there are a number of blast effects here. There are two of this kind, the big wide open ones. There are two of this kind of inverted cone shaped one, and then there's two of this the long one. So plenty of blast effects that you can use to kill off your Prowl and Ironhide, or just you know, use them when characters are firing weapons. What can I tell you? I will say that set makes me think of the fact that there is a Studio Series Ratchet coming out, and we have Brawn, and those two guys also died on that ship, so I'm wondering if we're going to get a dead Brawn and a dead Ratchet in the future in that buzzworthy set. Honestly, I bought them just to stick them on my Autobot Hero. Oh, it's off camera, you can't see it, but on my Autobot 86 shelf, and I'm just going to kind of lay them on the ground because they're dead. That'll be fun. Anyway, let's get into the Marvel Legends stuff, because a bunch of Marvel Legends stuff hit. And like I said, I wasn't expecting it to hit this early. So first, we're going to take a look at the last of the cosmic things for, I believe, the year. Drax and Moondragon. First little bag. Moondragon's open hands. Yay. Second bag. Drax's open hands and his angry head. Third bag. It came out like this. Moondragon. And it's cool that both the characters in this box have capes. This cape is actually kind of glued down onto her chest, so it doesn't like sway and move and get all kind of silly looking, which I appreciate. Moondragon is not on the double elbow pinless buck. It is a single elbow joint there, which is a bit of a bummer, but she does have pinless legs, so that's cool. I like that Hasbro is starting to roll out more and more of the pinless stuff. I've said before, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it is nice to see that they are adopting it across more figures. I feel like in a box set like this, you know, I question why she doesn't have the double elbow, but I'm sure there is a reason for it. The fists look a little small, so I will probably be giving her both of the open hands, but here's Moondragon. It looks pretty cool, but overall, I'm fine. I'm happy to have this Moondragon on the shelf. Give me Phyla. Hasbro, please. Phyla to go along with her. But last and not least, in this box, this is how he's coming out. It's barely, why even put them in the bag at this point? Here is a very classic, very big and bulky Drax the Destroyer. Look, I love modern Drax. I like green alien tattooed red man, but I really like the classic Drax, big hulking space dude, you know, whose purpose is to just kill Thanos. He looks great. This cape, not molded down like Moondragon, so it moves a little bit, but because his head is so big, you're not getting a ton of movement. He is actually considerably posable for such a big character. I don't know if this is a reuse of like a Hulk body or something. It wouldn't surprise me. If you know, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see what you know, where I'm wrong on stuff. But because of his belt, I just noticed this now, he doesn't really bend down that much. And actually, because the belt sits up higher, he does have good waist swivel. So that is pretty cool. This box set is essentially a Build-A-Figure and a smaller figure. So, you know, with this year's like exclusive line or like random one-off things being space, it's cool that we got another box set because we got Yondu, we got that classic Star-Lord. This is a very cool set that I will be adding to my Cosmic shelf. Probably one of the last areas of Marvel Legends that I'm really focusing on. The next stuff is all the Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest 60 years of Avengers Marvel Legends stuff. All that stuff shipped as well. So we'll start with a single pack Mark 1 Iron Man. And he has like these two like swirly smoke effects that you can stick his blasters through, so you can kind of display them, you know, like that. And I think these are actually thrusters. I don't think any of these peg into his hands. He does have two closed fists. I'm not really showing them well, but there you go. So I'm assuming that means the regular figure has open hands. And this is the Mark 1 Iron Man. I gotta say, they knocked it out of the park with this thing. First off, it looks like just tin can robot or, you know, like suit of armor Iron Man. The way that they were able to get this body to move, it is fantastic. I know some people complain about like the swirly plastic. It doesn't bother me too much, but you have the repulsors molded into his hands. But a splash of paint may have been nice for that. If you didn't want to give the hole for the blast effect, a little bit of blue. I guess you could always customize it if you want. But this is a solid, great looking Iron Man. I'm happy to have this one. But this will go on my Iron Man shelf. I have a very small hull of armor. So boom, there we go. Great figure. This looks cool. This might be in the top 10 for the year, I gotta say. This is really cool for me. We'll do another single pack, but this one is it's a single character, but he comes with a vehicle. Hawkeye with the Sky Cycle. Yes, and you know, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking of cutting down in places. Hawkeye with the Sky Cycle was cool enough where, like, first off, it's Hawkeye on like this pinless body, and the Sky Cycle is cool. This was rumored for so many years to be part of the legendary Riders wave. To finally get this is kind of neat. So this is, I guess, the part of the Sky Cycle. Hawkeye's just gonna sit there. There's a windshield that assuming goes on. Oop, that's upside down. Goes on like this. There we go. He has a nice windshield to protect him a little bit. It also comes with this flight stand, which we have seen before with some of like the goblins and stuff. These appear to be Hawkeye's weapons and stuff. I'm not going to pull them out right now because I'm going to end up with a bunch of loose hands and things, and I don't want to lose anything. There's also an arrow in here, So be careful with that. I'm glad I didn't snap on that bottom piece yet, because there's also this piece, which is like the bottom of the sky cycle. It looks like it just kind of pops in. So there we go. Now we have the place where Hawkeye's putting his feet. And then now I'm going to pop in this, if I can. I feel like I'm going to break the ball joint doing that. But there we go. Hey, look, here's a sky cycle on this little stand. And that brings us to the Hawkeye figure. Yay! Already, he's got the straps that aren't molded onto his arms, so they're already falling off. You can push him up if you need to, and in my case, I certainly need to. Hawkeye overall, I will say, looks pretty good. He is on a completely pinless body, no pins in the legs, no pins in the elbows. That's nice. I think this is the Vulcan body. I think just with some added features on it, like the his armor pieces. I like the light blue. This gives me a very classic looking Hawkeye, which is something I'm okay with. Hawkeye has had a number of costumes, and I kind of go towards like a darker color for him normally, but I will say the light blue looks really good on him. And if I'm going for like my ultimate kind of Avengers shelf, I want a classic looking one. I'm also in the process of kind of culling down to make like a Secret Wars type shelf, and that might be where most of my Avengers stuff ends up. Like original Secret Wars, and Hawkeye was in it, so he'll be on that shelf. Also, loincloth here, so he can sit on the cycle, but a little bit of not quite perfect paint match. I don't really mind, because if he's sitting on the sky cycle, you're not going to really see the loincloth, so that's okay. But of course, you know, if you're not sitting him there, you might want to have someone standing in front of him, and he just sits on it. There are no feet holes here, so you have to, the way he's going to hold on would be by making sure you have his alternate hands in place so he can hold on to the sky cycle. So there we go. And of course he has all his weapons and stuff. As I said, I don't want to lose them, so for now they're just chilling in a bag. Thor and the Destroyer. You know, we so infrequently get Thor characters that when one is announced, I kind of want them. And a character like the Destroyer, to me, is just a really cool inclusion to a shelf. I do have the Select one, but the Select scale is always a little bigger and stuff. I will open up some of these bags, just so you can see, because we do have this nice helmeted Thor head. So there is a, well, it is helmeted, but it doesn't have the mask on it. So that's a really cool looking display option for Thor. In this bag, we have Destroyer's alternate hands, which are nice and bulky, and those aren't going to disappear. Spiky too, but not like spiky where it's going to hurt, unless they're like grabbing it with all your strength, which would be weird. Probably don't do that. In the last bag, we have a Mjolnir and just a punching hand for Thor. I guess he comes with, because this is a repaint of that, what is it, like 60th anniversary of Marvel Thor, so he's going to have that open hand, so you can have him have a fist. But here's Thor with the beard, a long missing addition to our Marvel Legends line. Looks really cool. Again, it is on that 60th anniversary Thor, so you still see the peg holes, even in the feet. But there are some paint differences. You know, he doesn't have the same boots. These boots appear to be different, I want to say. Not just like painted differently. They are different boots. But he's got all the same articulation you've come to expect from a Thor on this body. The bearded head looks cool. It is definitely kind of growing on me. But he does hold Mjolnir very nicely. Let's try to get it in his hand. There we go. Looks pretty cool. Not like an overly bulky Thor or anything. Just, you know, looks like Thor. And I like him. That brings us to the Destroyer, and again, a nice big Destroyer. Not the first Marvel Legends Destroyer. There was one in the Toy Biz days, but not nearly as exciting looking as this one. It was kind of small, if I remember. This looks like a nice proper suit of armor. Very bumpy, very spiky. As I said, you don't want to like grab it with all your might, but you know, just be smart when you're playing with it. It is plastic, so it shouldn't be able to like kill you or anything. Maybe don't throw it at people. Yeah, this Destroyer looks pretty cool. Definitely more articulation on it than the Selects version. And yeah, just nice and hefty. Like, I feel like, again, this would have been a Build-A-Figure had there been some kind of Build-A-Figure wave rather than just a special set of releases. But like, I don't know when we're gonna get a Thor wave. You know, like we get them every time there's a Thor movie, but especially I feel like Love and Thunder, that was purely a movie wave. There were no comic characters in that. Even the Ragnarok wave had few and far between on the comic characters. I like that the shoulder armor moves with the shoulder. That's always a nice touch. But this looks great, and like I said, there might be, like I said with Braun before, there might be a Which Is Better Destroyer video coming up. I really will analyze these two characters. All right, well, everything you just saw brings us to my final opening here, and this is the one I think I was most excited for from that Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest line. It is the Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom as he appeared in the original Secret Wars toy line figure, or in comic and toy line. You gotta know, the original Secret Wars toy line, my favorite toy line of all time. I have everybody. I've made some customs of characters that we never got. So when they announced this Doom as Legend in Legends form, I was like, all right, yeah, I need it. And this has kind of led to my decision of maybe cutting back on non-X-Men, non-Cosmic Legends, and kind of doing like a Secret Wars thing, like having some big Avengers and like some of their enemies, but then really like everyone else who isn't like street level or X-Men or Cosmic in a Secret Wars display, and really only having Secret Wars characters. We have Monica as she appeared during the Secret Wars line. Hair looks perfect, double pinless knees, single pin on the elbow, but that is because they have these, this like, you know, her like cape, and I believe they explained that they wanted it, if they did the double elbow, it wouldn't have looked quite as nice as this, and this does look pretty nice. So, you know, you can kind of have her spread her wings out and look very powerful and very cool. Just a great feeling figure too. This doesn't feel cheap or loose. You know, I know some of the female figures sometimes, like, you're almost afraid to move them because you're afraid that, like, if you move the joint, it's gonna break right in half or something. She feels very good. She is on high heels, which isn't my favorite style for a Marvel Legends, but I'm sure I'll be able to stand her all right, because she's like, her foot is pretty substantial. It's not super tiny. So super excited for this one. She does come with a set of fists as well. I'm hoping everything is in this bag. All right, and in the bag, oh my goodness, there's quite a bit of things in this bag. We do have, as I said, Monica's two hands, but then, interestingly enough, we have the cloaked Doom head with the mask. We have two fists for Doctor Doom. I know, super exciting looking fist, but we have a mask that is all by itself, which tells me that this Doom is most likely wearing his human unscarred head in this bag. Oh yes, he comes with that regular non-messed up Doom head as he healed himself with the Beyonder's powers in the original Secret Wars, and you can very much have him hold the mask in his hand to show that he's fixed. Oh man, that's awesome. That's cool. I wonder, does it fit on his face? No, the mask, the secondary mask doesn't fit on his face, but it is there. That is really cool. Honestly, I think my one gripe with the figure is the original Secret Wars figure. This was green, but again, I could hit that with some paint. This looks awesome. I gotta know what he looks like with the Doom head, because to me, even though he fixed his face in the comics at this point, I think of the original Secret Wars figure. Oh yes, yeah. This is my childhood. This was the Doctor Doom I had as a kid. When I used to play with my Marvel action figures, I didn't have a 5-inch Doctor Doom for a long time. In fact, the Secret Wars one was like my go-to. So when I would see Doctor Doom in comics with like capes and stuff and everything, I was always like, why is he never in that armor? I didn't realize it was just in Secret Wars until I read the Secret Wars comic in full. And I always wanted a Marvel Legends for this. This is, oh, this makes me so happy. You know, like that's the great thing about collecting. Sometimes you get something which just makes you so happy, and this is definitely one of those times. This Doctor Doom, oh my God, I will take a regular Doctor Doom in capes and stuff. I have the Fantastic Four one, but this is like the last Doctor Doom figure I will ever need. Like if I got rid of all the other Doctor Dooms, I'm saving this one. This is so good. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this figure. Oh my God. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of at a loss for words right now because this is like my childhood come to life. I have been hoping for years that Marvel or the Hasbro team would get around to doing something of Secret Wars. Granted, you know, you can take anyone from that line and take any of the legends we have and stick them in there and be like, oh look, there's Secret Wars. But like this was just so specific that it's not something we get very often. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love it. All right, cool. So there we go. That was me opening everything that I got from Hasbro Pulse recently, and there have been a lot of things. A lot of what you just saw is going to be probably featured in some other videos. Maybe not like 5-minute reviews or anything, but definitely some which is betters on the way. Sorry you hear all the paper crumpling as I'm doing all this, but just wanted to unbox it all on camera, put a video together, get it out. It should be out in a couple days from me recording this, and I guess that does it. The recycle guys are gonna love me this week because there's just gonna be so much stuff to recycle. Well, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I've been Dan. You've been pretty awesome. I got a lot of toys to play with, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Come geek out with us.